So right now we're going to want to reverse engineer what we want in our life plan to what are we going to do this year in order to achieve it. And I'm going to show you exactly what I do and how it aligns so you guys have some examples and then I want you to go and do it. It's as simple as that. So I'm going to show you guys, we're going to go back to my life plan and I'm going to show you how the year plan, right? The year objectives and goals align with the life plan. So again, my goal is to be like Jesus Christ and return to live with my Heavenly Father. And I believe everything else that I do should trickle down and be worthy of that goal, right? So what we're going to look at this first is everything is broken down into specific categories that make up your life. You got spiritual, community, self, health, and business, right? Work. Now, are the things that I want this year to accomplish, do they align with what I want for my life? And if they don't do them, right? So, one of my goals in this, my spiritual goals is to be more spiritual. Okay. So, my goal this year is to put my wife first, to master undivided attention with my wife. I believe if I can have a better marriage, I can be more spiritual. Okay. Now, under community, my goal is to share the gospel with the world. So, what is my goal this year? It's to grow the branch that I live in, right? The branch that's like where I go to church and help people, more people know about it and come to church, and also share the gospel with the world. So if I do those things, right, and I feel like I'm doing that now as I try to tell people to put their center their lives on Christ, will I achieve my goal of being more sharing the gospel with the world? Yeah, I believe I will. Now we'll go to health. We don't need to go through all of them, but health is I want to be healthy. My life plan is to be healthy and use my energy to love and serve others. So my goal, my objective this year is to build strength and muscle, right? Build strength, muscle, and master control over my body and appetite. I believe if I can do those things this year and get stronger, it will enable me to achieve my life plan, my life goal, objective of being healthy and using the energy to serve and love others. Okay. So all this is, it's a simple process of reverse engineering what you want in your life and breaking it down into yearly, quarterly, monthly, weekly, daily activities. Okay. And it uses what's called the objectives and key result system, OKRs. OKRs is not as simple as you have an objective, you have a key result that is measurable that you're going to be able to measure if you're getting closer to that objective, and you have the actions that you have to do every day. And what the Painless Planner does is it just helps you understand what you want in life, your vision, and reverse engineer it. And hopefully, what you want to do is be more like Jesus Christ. And then there's thousands and millions of different ways you can do that by applying and going after what you want in life. Okay. But this is just helping you keep your focus on what's most important. All right. So that is what the 10X year plan is. And that's what I would want you guys to do. Now, if you need help identifying how to reverse engineer, you can brainstorm, you can reach out to me, or as simple as going to ChatGPT and taking a screenshot of your life plan and saying, hey, ChatGPT, this is what I want to accomplish. Help me break it down, reverse engineer how I can accomplish this using the OKR model system and reverse engineering it into yearly, quarterly, monthly, weekly, and daily activities. And it will whip out what you need to do. And then you just need to pick it. That's what I would recommend doing. So we're going to go to the next slide. It's your turn, guys. Now go to the Painless Planner if you haven't done it yet and print it off. But if you have, then just fill this out, okay? So if your objective is to be more like Jesus Christ or be more spiritual, this year you could be, say, I'm going to master reading daily, scriptures daily. Okay, I'm not going to write the whole thing out, but you guys get the idea, all right? So if your goal is to love others and you don't know what to do this year, you could say you could volunteer at a charity quarterly, right? Every quarter. And then if you broke that down, it would be like, okay, what charity? How are you going to volunteer? Right? It's just going back and saying how you're going to accomplish those things. Okay. If your goal in health is, or if your goal, let's do mind. So if your goal is to be, let's say, if your self development goal is to be more knowledgeable, right? And that's your plan is just to be your life plan is to be more knowledgeable, more wise. You could say, okay, what am I going to do this year to do that? You could say read 10 books, right? Or 10 minutes a day or whatever, right? And then you would break that down. Okay, how am I going to accomplish that? What books am I going to read, right? Um, Health. Okay. So if I want to be healthy so I can serve, love, and serve others, what are you going to do? I'm going to, now it's not something as simple as like get a gym membership because that's one thing and that you can knock that off. The objective would be to uh, get in the best shape of my life. Get in the best shape of my life. Right. And then how would you measure getting in the best shape of your life? That's what the OKRs are for that we're going to be doing in the next lesson. But it's as simple as what do I want in my life? All right. What's the life plan? What I want, what am I going to be able to do this year in order to get there? All right. Do that for me, guys. And then I'll see you in the next lesson where it breaks down, where you get a little bit crazier. All right. See you there.